Hello and welcome to a brand new sim racing league. This is the Atlantic Sim Racing League. Speaking of which, actually, I'm just returning to the broadcast here. We do have two Canadian flag liveries. I'm very happy to report. It's sort of like in real life. I know the AWA team ran that at Le Mans last year. Great to see that being transported into iRacing. I do love seeing these. The revs are rising and we're underway for the first ever race of the Atlantic Sim Racing League. I got completely caught out there. I must admit, I assume we were doing a formation lap. The reality is we're not, and the reality is that Nate Campbell and Matt Jones have broken away from the field immediately here as they're side by side, running down into turns 2 and 3. We've got the Ferrari there of Carl Maher going side by side with David McLeod as they start to go single file already through turns 3, 4, 5, 6. There's a 13 strong field of GT3 cars. Tom O'Connor's already got the lead from David Veach in the GR86 class. There is the lovely number 2 McLaren of Brian Smith running in the mid-pack at the moment, trying to catch up to David McLaren in the Porsche. Here is that GR86 class. It's Tim O'Connor. You can see, look at the lead he's already got. We're running on from the blimp and you still can't see anybody else. He's running in completely clean air as we go down through this complex of corners up towards turn 13. They're now going through that really, really sharp left-hander. It's a heavy braking zone into the hairpin of 14 and 15. Then it's out onto the straight, and that's when you need the slipstream to start kicking in. As we look at the front of the race, then it is Matt Jones in the Ford who is starting to close up. And look at the weaving that Campbell's doing on the back straight to try and hold him off. But I think that's probably one too many moves. We'll have to wait and see what the stewards say. But in most circles, that would be deemed rather illegal. Here is David McLeod, meanwhile, trying to cut close up on the Aston Martin of Tristan Richard. Is he going to go for the move on the inside? Not quite. He would have been a very pridey soul to try it. But as it happens, he's actually done what we call the mine punt. McLeod gets up to 6th place purely because Tristan Richard in the Aston Martin makes an unforced error. And it's an easy move. Meanwhile, this is the battle we knew would come. Russell is on the inside line of Jones, heading up towards turn 1 and 2. Is he going to send it down the inside? We're going to have to wait and find out. Well, he's going to try going late on the brakes. He's got the inside line for the next corner. The Ford's going to run out wide and try and get the slipstream run. And oh goodness me, Nate Campbell's gone really wide and he's lost momentum. Russell's going to go around the outside and take the race lead here. And the Ford's on the inside as well. Matt Jones is going to side through, as will the Corvette of Durden in the has turned in the Canadian flag livery. I don't know what happened to Nate Campbell, but he's lost 4 positions in the same amount of corners. He's side by side with the Corvette now. Gets loose off the corner exit. He is storming away up towards turn 15 before the likes of Jones and Durden are even there. So running on board now with the BMW of Nate Campbell. Goodness me, the closing speed of... Oh, goodness me, the Corvette got it all wrong, all out of shape through turn 14. Good driving from Nathan Campbell to avoid that Corvette who's slotted. The same conundrum going on in his head as well, about half a second back from these two. As the gaps up front have started to open up, well, Jones is closed in by about half a second on Russell as I say that, so perhaps Jonathan Russell there. Oh no, goodness me, there's been a mistake. Oh, the Porsche's off. David McLeod. He was sitting in front of Tristan Richard and would now to care in the world. And he's got it all wrong out of the roller coaster last few corners. He's dropped past Carl Maher as well now, so he's going to drop back into that fast left-hander. Here's the Ford and the McLaren. Two drivers I didn't actually see on the entry list. We've actually surpassed expectations tonight because So really what Nate Campbell needs to do is keep it clean for the rest of the race. He's got the pace on the Ferrari, but he needs to keep it consistently clean for these 25 minutes, get his way past the Ford, which he's looking to stay. He's staying with Jones. Well, we know he has the pace. Oh no! And Matt Jones in the Ford gets it all right out of turn 14, speeds off into the grass. I don't know whether he made contact with the barriers or not, but I think he did. See him there on the broadcast. We know he isn't. There is the aftermath of the crash. Matt Jones running P2, P3 all day, in with a shout of a podium, and it just snaps. got the inside line if he wants it. Brian Smith staying there dutifully on the outside, but will cover it off once again. Karl Maher seems to be trying every single which way to try and get past the McLaren, but he just doesn't have the pace at the moment because Brian Smith is defending like his life depends on it, and it's working out so far. Now, though, goodness me, Karl Maher almost ran into the back of the McLaren. He's got a really, really good run up towards turns 1 and 2. We'll have to wait and see if he can make it work. He won't be getting the slipstream of Tristan Richard at the moment because he's too far up the road. Is the man now in 5th place? On the inside now, finally, goes Karl Maher. He had the run that he needed, and he made the move stick first time of asking. Jonathan Roussel at the front of the field at the moment. Here is that battle for 5th place, which is proving incredibly riveting. There goes Karl Maher, who's going to sneak up the inside line. Is he going to get the move done into the braking zone? Tristan Richard gives him almost too much room because the move's completed. I feel like it's similar in a way to something like a Brands Hatch or a Donington in the way there's a lot of undulation. And there's that kind of power track element to it. Here is Tristan Richard now trying to think of a repass on the Ferrari, who's going to get held up behind the Toyota GR86 and will lose the position not only to Tristan Richard, but Brian Smith is now running side by side with the Ferrari, and that's what I mentioned earlier. But may only be 3 cars serving as traffic at the moment, but traffic they are nonetheless. And what do we say? What is the age-old adage? It is that traffic can giveth and traffic can taketh away, and the traffic has taken 2 positions away from Karl Maher there just by catching it in the wrong place at the wrong time. Passing Renee Finch there and also getting past Tyler Richard in the number 14 Porsche as well. So it's being made up all over the field at the moment. Just looking back at that gap between Tristan Richard and Karl Maher, who's moved up to 5th place, so he's definitely solidified that move as we have Tyler Richard just taking to the grass there, taking an excursion. I wonder whether he locked up the brakes because I don't think he's pit yet, so those tyres are going to be squealing out. Keeping and Scott, who are having a bit of a battle by themselves. They've closed right up. Again, by no means at the front of the field, but by every measure, having a word of a time, I think, having a good ding-dong battle here as the McLaren tries to close, but goes for the dive bomb on the inside. That's an ambitious move. He's got to make sure he doesn't make any contact with the Ford. In the end, actually goes onto the grass for a moment, just to make sure that no contact is indeed made. Will he get the move done this time? It's side by side still between the two of them, and they're almost, bit of try and regain it. Here, meanwhile, is Sean Perry and Nathan Campbell at the front of the race. Perry's found a lot of pace in his last few laps, and oh no, there's the mistake. There's the mistake from Nathan Campbell. He's made it once again, spinning out of the chicane. It's all gone horribly, horribly wrong for Nathan Campbell right at the end on the penultimate lap of the race. It is game over for the only BMW in the field, for the man who dominated pole position and dominated qualifying. He's 10 seconds behind Sean Perry now. He's 4 seconds beyond. As Jonathan Roussel then comes out of the final corner to take the race 1 win. Take the win in the Atlantic Sim Racing League here at Road Atlanta. It's going to be Sean Perry to claim a brilliant 2nd place in the Porsche. 3rd will be Durden's Corvette. 4th in the end will come home Nathan Campbell in the BMW. He will be thinking, what if? He'll be kicking himself, I'm sure, knowing he could have done so much better. It could have been so much more for him, I'm sure. Karl Maher will come home in 5th place, just ahead of Tristan Richard then. As Tom O'Connor will take the class win. You can see on your timing tower, that's how they will finish. To run you through the rest of the results then, Brian Smith ended up in 7th place, was never really able to challenge Karl Maher once he broke away. David McLeod, we mentioned him earlier on in the broadcast as somebody who we thought might have more pace than he ended up doing. But 9th place, top 10 finish for him, a solid result nonetheless. Tyler Richard there completes your top 10 for GT3 racing, as Nathan Campbell is giving it one last one last solid go of things before he pulls in. There is Matt Jones, and goodness me, what he could. He's another what if from this race. A man who had a really, really solid run up until he made those couple of mistakes that threw him out of contention for the podium. There is Tim O'Connor, who is going to take the class win in GR86 Cup Car. He will take himself a slice of history in this league. But that has been the first ever race of the Atlantic Sim Racing League. Mine has been Thomas Groves. It's been an absolute pleasure to bring you coverage of this race. It's going to be the first of many here at the Atlantic Sim Racing League. We are only just at the very, very start of this epic community and what we can be broadcasting to you over the coming weeks and months and possibly even years. I've been Thomas Groves, the Motor Nerd. It's been a pleasure to broadcast this race, and we'll see you in no time at all for the next round of this series. But until then, take care. Enjoy your iRacing. Come back for more, and also make sure to join the Discord linked in the description below so you can get involved in this racing if you have liked what you've seen here. Take care, and we'll see you soon.